Happy hump day, peeps. Hope everybody's doing well. I am feeling good, doing good. Today we are going to make that faux like blue agate that I made the other day. I don't even know if it really is like a faux agate, but I had some agate earrings that I made, and I believe it was Sherry that asked if they were clay, and they were not. So I challenged myself to make some, and they came out pretty nice. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So this is Sculpey Primo Translucent. I have not found non-crumbling Sculpey Translucent in over a year. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's horrific to work with, so I haven't been doing it, but it works great for what we're doing today. So I just have a little bit of it. I'm going to pretend to roll it out because it's going to crumble into a million pieces. I hope. Watch, now it'll work today. No, it's not. Okay. So we're going to crumble this up. Because it's so crumbly. And this is literally the choppy technique that that like everybody does. That does just kind of mainstream earrings. But we're going to chop it within an inch of its life. So just get your razor and just start chopping away like it's 1982 at Studio 54. You're literally going to chop it up so fine. And that's pretty good. You don't want any big chunks in there. So chop that all up. And I am going to put on gloves because it's a mess. If you can even imagine me putting on gloves. One of the reasons I dislike gloves so much is because they never fit. I have enormous hands, and for some reason they just don't fit. And they're, you know, it's humid here in Florida, even already, and they're just so hard to get on and a pain. But I really don't feel like having blue hands for the remainder of the day, so. All right, so make sure you don't have any big chunks in there. It's all nice. We're gonna throw some liquid Sculpey on there to keep this together. Otherwise, I don't think that it would stay together because it's so crumbly and gross. You know, when I see people squeeze out their liquid Sculpey, it flows out so nice, and mine is always so stiff. Maybe it's the weather and because it's in the garage. I don't know, but it's, ugh. Break my hands doing that. And then this is the color that I use. This is Ocean by Pious, I guess it's called. And this is the color that I use that makes that really pretty blue. So we're going to start with just a few drops, and then we'll probably have to add. So we'll start here and mix it all up. Okay, we're going to add more. And I'm going to add just a drop or two more. I like it pretty vivid and dark. So this is probably good. Yeah, this is a good color. Ugh, this is such a mess. So now I'm just going to start schmarming it all together. Just press it and grab all these little pieces that are hanging out all over the place. And forming it into a little block. If you don't have this particular blue yet, I would imagine you could do some sort of variation of blue and green until you get a color that's pretty close. This one is just so pretty right out of the bottle, and it is on my Amazon store if you would like to check that out. So I'm just kind of making this into a block. Making sure that everything is compressed together, especially with that liquid Sculpey in there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and cut this. Let me just grab a always keep baby wipes right next to you. All right, I'm gonna cut this up. I don't even have my glasses on. You can do as thick as you want. Obviously, I tend to go thinner than a lot of people. I got that all wet and now it's wet. Won't stick. Okay, and stick them together. This is just, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times. I really just wanted to show you the color and the fact that I, you know, mushed it or cut it up so finely. I don't know what I was thinking over here. We'll make that over here. All right, make sure it's all pressed in together. We're gonna roll it. And I am gonna throw it through the pasta machine. This is how it looks. I just did it on a 1 and now I'm going to do it on a 2. This is coming apart a little bit. Okay, so this is rolled out onto a 2, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Golly, it's so crumbly. So I'm just going to cut out, I'm going to do some just organic, maybe I'll do some little curved. Little curved earrings. That's an easy way to do curved earrings, FYI, without a cutter. Oops, just hit my head. That's what all that shaking is. All right, so this needs to be cut down a little. This looks pretty good. I'm going to cut the little tips off of these though. Okay, I think I like those. So I'm just going to clean these up a little bit on the side and get these points out of here. But this is how they look before going into the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and bake these 275 for like 25 minutes. And then I will be back. And I will show you how they look coming out of the oven. And I'll probably go ahead and resin them on camera because I've had a few people asking about resin again. So, and it's been a little while since I've done that. So I'll go ahead and bake these and I will be right back. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I did make a couple other little things. I'll make that later and I will show you these. You can see that the color has run through all of the translucent part. You still have a little bit peeking out, but it looks a little better now. So I'm going to go ahead and resin these. And if you guys haven't seen how I do this, I do use a Cricut sticky mat. I have all of this stuff on my Amazon store, so you can check it out there. I do have a little piece that I want to sand here. So give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Just a little, I want this a little rounder, so just going to go around a little bit. A little nibby here. I'm just going to go across a little bit. I think that's good. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So I just stick it straight on the sticky mat. This helps it from moving around, and also you don't have to be ambidextrous and hold it down with one thing while you're trying to, you know, resin it with the other hand. So this is the resin that I use. Again, it's on my Amazon store, and I will put the link to that. And I just am going to go straight down the middle. This is not that full, so I will go straight down the middle and straight down the middle. And then I'm going to use this little silicone tip tool and push everything out to the edges, move everything around, and you see that with the mat it doesn't go anywhere, and I still have a free hand to kind of move the mat around. Makes it a lot easier. And while people are still doing it the other way with using a toothpick and holding it down, is beyond me, because this is so much easier. So just make sure you have everything pushed out to the edges. And that's how it should look. And then I'm just going to take a lighter, go over it real quick to make sure that there are no bubbles. And I'm going to throw it under my lights. And while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and make some ear wires. I'm just going to use, that's my 22. I'm just going to use my 20 gauge wire. That's 16. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Here we go. Here's 20 gauge. This is non-tarnishing. It will not bother sensitive ears. It's very, very nice. So let me cut a nice piece of this. And let me get my multi-level pliers here. And I'm going to use this second to smallest size for these. So I'm going to make a loop all the way around. And then I'm going to bring it back a little bit so that it looks like this. And then I want this facing forward because my jump ring is going to be like this. So I want it like that. So this fattest one here, I'm going to put that so that it's right, that little circle that I made is right underneath. And I'm going to bend that over. And I want it a little bit longer than where the circle here comes. So I'm going to snip it about there. And then I'm going to take my pliers and put the little crimp at the bottom here. So it looks like that. So there's a little ear wire for you. Easy peasy. And then the thing that's great about these is you know that you're going to get the exact same size of everything using these pliers. So do it again with the same thing. Put it in here like so. Bend your wire over, and then snip it. And crimp it down. Or crimp it up, I guess you should say. So, now that part is done. And we'll just wait for those little babies in there to be all cooked up. I'll grab my jump rings. I'm just going to do some hopefully this size will work. It depends on where I am able to drill the hole. So I'll say these for now, and hopefully that'll be it. And these should be done. I'll show you how they look. Sorry about, hopefully you guys can't hear the lawn guy out there. He's making his racket. He used to come on Tuesdays, which is why I did the video on Wednesdays, and now he comes on Wednesdays, and I guess maybe I'll have to go back to Tuesday or maybe Thursday. But this is how these look. You can see how pretty, and the color is so nice, and I see a little nib right there. I think I got it. Okay. So let's drill some holes. And if I can find my... Okay. Oh, here it is. All right, sorry about that. So we'll drill some holes. I have my teeny tiny little thing there. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and place it and then turn it on. Get a little mark. Doing that makes it so that if you start with it on and then you try to go in there, sometimes it'll go crazy on you and it'll start moving all around and you scratch up the whole surface and everything like that. But if you just go and place it first where exactly where you want it, kind of give it a little indent and hold it down tight and then turn it on, it'll go straight through and you won't mar up your piece. So that's one way to do that. So let's put the jump rings in. Let's make sure that these are closed all the way real quick. Make sure that your little loopies are totally closed. That one is. Looks like that one is. Just kind of tighten them down because we're just going to put them straight on. So put your jump ring in there. Ay. Oh, having a hard time without my magnifying light. Okay, put that on there. Put your little ear wire that you just made on there. And there you go. That is that. Do the same with the other. I'll have a link to my Amazon store in the description if you need to get anything. And then also, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, I'll have a link to that as well. I have lots of stencils and stamps and toggles and charms and everything like that on my website, and I have really, really good prices, you guys. They're like indescribably inexpensive. So I'll have a link on my website if you want to check that out. My Patreon, I do every Monday. It's $5 a month, and you learn much different content than you do with my YouTube videos. So $5 a month for 4 videos that are, I mean, I think they're good, and I've gotten some really good response, so you can give it a try. So this is how these look. I hope you enjoyed that one today, and you guys will see me next Wednesday unless you subscribe to my Patreon, and you'll see me Monday. Have a great week. Bye.